Dear starseeds on Gaia, have you been watching everyone else seem to have something exciting happening in their lives while you quietly wonder when it will finally be your turn to feel supported and celebrated? Have you felt drained by certain influences around you, people, places, environments that pull more from you than they give back, leaving you exhausted and wondering if this heaviness will ever lift? Tonight marks the turning point you have been waiting for. What you are feeling right meow is not the end of your story, but the beginning of something extraordinary. I am Zarin from the Lyran High Council, and I have been watching your soul's journey, witnessing your courage in choosing to be here during Earth's most tumultuous transition. The information I carry tonight has been transmitted across star systems, and what I am about to tell you will sound impossible until you recognize its truth in the deepest chambers of your being. Tonight, at precisely 2:46 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Neptune completes its return to Pisces, sliding back into mystical waters and opening a cosmic doorway through which ancient wisdom will pour into Earth's consciousness field. But there is something else happening simultaneously that amplifies this already extraordinary occurrence. At 8:50 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, just hours from Meow, the sun makes its ingress into Scorpio, carrying with it a charge of transformational power that astrologers are calling unprecedented. When these two forces meet on the same day, they create an alchemical reaction that can either elevate awakening souls to new heights or plunge unprepared ones into chaos. This convergence is no accident. It arrives at the exact moment when you have reached your breaking point with whatever has been controlling your life. But here is what I have not told you yet, and this changes everything. The trap you are in is not actually the situation itself. The real trap is the belief that you are powerless to change it. That heavy energy you feel, that devil card energy that has been overwhelming you, only has power because you keep believing you are stuck. The energy feeds on your fear, your shame, your hopelessness, and it grows stronger every time you feel helpless. Tonight's cosmic convergence is arriving to break this vicious cycle, but there is a specific way this will happen, and if you do not understand the sequence of events, you will miss the transformation entirely. Let me tell you about the three impossible things that are about to happen, and then I will reveal how they connect to free you from what has been controlling you. The first impossible thing: within the next 3 to 4 months, you will finally get the issue you have been dealing with under control. You will find a long-term solution, and it will no longer be a problem. Whether it is paying off debts, building savings, landing a new job, or getting help from a professional, you are going to step into a much more stable and grounded phase of life. The second impossible thing: you are going to meet someone or reconnect with someone who embodies loyalty, groundedness, and emotional maturity, and they will add to your life financially rather than take from it. This could be a romantic connection, a friendship, or a professional partnership. The third impossible thing: there is an idea, passion, or dream that has been on your mind lately, and you are going to act on it, even though it scares you. This creative project, small business idea, bold career move, or authentic self-expression will lead you into an adventure that completely changes your environment and pulls you out of what is familiar into something far more fulfilling. But something else is happening that I have not told you yet, something that determines whether these three transformations actually manifest for you, or whether you sabotage them before they can take root. Right meow, even as you read these words, there is a restless impulsiveness building in your system. You can feel it as an urge to do something, anything, to relieve the pressure of this heavy energy. The desire for control is going to become almost irresistible in the coming hours and days. You will feel it as an impulse to manipulate outcomes, force situations to resolve according to your timeline, use overt or underhanded means to make things happen. This is the Scorpio shadow amplified by Neptune's dissolving boundaries. And here is the critical truth that most awakening souls miss: the temptation for a quick strike, for some decisive move that will discharge this intense energy, will feel urgent and necessary, but it is actually the primary way you will sabotage your own evolution. The real transformative opportunity does not arrive with tonight's convergence. It arrives early Tuesday morning, just 2 days from Meow, when the sun forms a square with Pluto. That is when the authentic transformation occurs, when the pressure point forces genuine metamorphosis rather than mere reaction. If you act impulsively, Meow, driven by discomfort rather than clarity, you will miss the profound shift that is being offered. This is why you needed to find this message tonight. This is why your higher self guided you here. You are being given the wisdom to navigate the next 72 hours without destroying what is trying to be born through you. Let me show you exactly how this will unfold, because understanding the sequence is crucial. First, tonight's Neptune-Pisces energy is going to dissolve the rigid walls you have built around yourself. The boundaries that have made you feel separate, alone, different from everyone else will begin to melt. You are going to feel emotions with unusual intensity. Grief you thought you processed years ago may resurface. Rage you have been spiritually bypassing may erupt unexpectedly. Joy you have been too afraid to claim may bubble up in ordinary moments. This is not a problem. This is the purging that needs to happen before you can step into your power. The Neptunian energy is washing away everything false so that only your authentic self remains. Second, the sun's movement into Scorpio is going to illuminate your shadow with ruthless precision. Hidden motivations beneath surface interactions will become visible. The parts of yourself you have denied, rejected, or suppressed will rise to consciousness, demanding acknowledgement. You will see clearly where you have given your power away, where you have allowed others to control you, where you have been living from fear rather than truth. This revelation will be uncomfortable, but it is necessary because you cannot reclaim what you do not first acknowledge you lost. Third, between Meow and Tuesday morning, you will be tested. The impulsiveness will spike. The urge to act hastily will feel overwhelming. You may want to quit your job without a plan, end a relationship abruptly, make a dramatic move, or pursue a desire that feels urgent but is actually ego compensation for deeper spiritual work. If you give in to these impulses, you will discharge the transformative energy before it can complete its work in you. But if you can breathe through the intensity, feel without immediately reacting, stay present with the discomfort, then when the Sun-Pluto square hits Tuesday morning, you will be ready for what happens next. Fourth, when that Sun-Pluto square activates, the actual transformation occurs. The issue that has been controlling you will suddenly have a solution that appears. The path forward will reveal itself with clarity. The opportunity you need will present itself. But this only happens if you have not already sabotaged yourself through impulsive action. The universe rewards those who can hold the tension of transformation without collapsing into reactivity. Now, here is where the story threads begin to weave together in ways you have not yet seen. Remember, I told you that you have been the nurturer, the provider, the one creating warmth and safety in the middle of chaos. This is part of why you feel exhausted and burnt out. You have spent months or even years taking responsibility for everyone else's well-being while neglecting your own. The Queen of Pentacles energy that lives in you has been giving and giving until your cup is empty. But something profound is about to shift in this dynamic. Within the next 3 to 4 months, as you step into that stable phase I mentioned, you are also going to learn to turn that nurturing energy inward. You are going to prioritize self-care, focus on healthy meals and rest, declutter your space, move your body. More importantly, you are going to allow others to care for you. When someone offers to help, you will let them, even in small ways, without feeling guilty. This shift matters because the person you are going to meet, that loyal, grounded, emotionally mature presence who adds to your life rather than takes from it, cannot enter your reality until you have created space for them by learning to receive. Do you see how the threads connect? The devil energy has had you trapped in a cycle where you give but never receive, where you carry burdens alone, where you feel responsible for everyone else's well-being. Breaking free from this trap is not just about solving the external problem. It is about fundamentally changing your relationship with giving and receiving, with control and surrender, with doing everything yourself versus allowing support. The idea or passion that has been on your mind, that creative project or bold move you are going to pursue, is also connected to this shift. The Queen of Wands energy, that fire and spark within you, has been suppressed because you have been too exhausted from carrying everyone else's weight. As you begin to fill your own cup first, as you stop giving your energy to what drains you, that creative fire will reignite with intensity. Within the next few months, a blessing will enter your life that makes you feel seen again. This could be a creative career opportunity that lets you express your true talents, a leadership position that puts you in the spotlight, or meeting new inspiring people who energize you and pull you out of your comfort zone. Life is about to get brighter and far more exciting, but only because you will have finally broken the pattern of self-neglect and martyrdom. But there is a price for this transformation, and you need to understand what you will have to leave behind. The Eight of Cups shows that this adventure, this exciting new chapter, begins the moment you decide to walk away from something that no longer nourishes you. This could be a job, a relationship, a place, or a habit that has left you emotionally drained. Maybe it is something you are holding on to emotionally rather than physically. The hardest part is that walking away might not feel like a choice at first. It might feel like loss, like failure, like giving up. But here is the truth that will only make sense in hindsight. There is a complete change of environment coming for you that pulls you out of what is familiar and into something far more fulfilling. Some of you will relocate. Others will experience such a profound internal shift that your entire world rearranges, even if you stay in the same physical place. Once you take that brave step to walk away, to stop giving your energy to what has been draining you, the energy around you will start rearranging fast. The Five of Swords depicts a storm, and this storm in your life is actually a blessing in disguise. It is a tempest that shakes loose everything that is not meant to come with you into your new reality. Your decision to walk away will bring changes that might cause some relationships to fall away, especially ones built on convenience or codependency. When this happens, do not feel discouraged. There is an energetic cleanse occurring in your life, a new wave of energy that is fast and powerful, sweeping away what no longer serves your growth. It will also break the cycle of hardships you have been under. Positive transformation is ahead, and by letting go of limiting beliefs, you allow change to manifest. What I am about to share, Meow, is crucial, because this is where many awakening souls make a fatal mistake. After the storm clears, after relationships fall away and your environment shifts, there will be a moment where you feel completely alone and wonder if you made a terrible mistake. You will look around at the emptiness where familiar things used to be, and you will question everything. This moment of doubt is predicted. It is part of the process. But if you can hold steady through this moment without running back to what you left behind, life will surprise you with a gift, an opportunity that feels like it was made just for you. The Ace of Cups represents one of your manifestations coming to reality. It could be something you may be dealing with right Meow, something you need, and this opportunity will open doors for you. But here is what makes this so powerful. This gift only appears in the space created by your walking away. If you had not released what was draining you, if you had not weathered the storm of change, if you had not endured that moment of doubt and emptiness, there would be no room for this blessing to enter. The key is releasing the person, job, past, or habit that has been controlling you. Once you let go, you make space for new growth and solutions to enter. This opportunity is highly specific to your current situation. You may have started to give up hope, but this is your sign to hang in there. Now let me reveal something about your emotional state that connects all of these threads. The Four of Cups shows you struggling to find inner peace because of a known or unknown issue. Since we have both financial stability cards and this water element card, you may be dealing with career issues, health concerns, financial strain, or something affecting you emotionally that you carry silently. The contrast between this card and the Devil card at the beginning is stark. Right Meow, you are trapped in struggle, but things will not be like this forever. The struggle you are dealing with is nearing an end, and you will find inner peace. This will be your reward for everything you have walked through. The universe is about to send you something or someone that will help you. You will not struggle alone anymore. This could be that caring person I mentioned earlier, professional help, or a sum of money that alleviates your burden significantly. You will stop chasing, stop living in circles, and start living in peace, both inside and outside. But here is the revelation that ties everything together. The help does not come before the walking away. The support does not arrive while you are still clinging to what drains you. The peace does not manifest while you are still giving all your energy to the devil energy that has been controlling you. The sequence matters. First, you break free from the trap by refusing to believe you are powerless. Second, you walk away from what no longer nourishes you. Third, the storm clears what is not meant to come with you. Fourth, you endure the moment of doubt and emptiness. Fifth, the gift arrives in the space you have created. A year from Meow, a completely new era for you will have begun, and you will notice everything blossoming. What is a problem, Meow, will no longer be a problem. Whether it is a person, situation, or place, you will be freed from it. You will notice so much improvement in your life. The Two of Pentacles shows crescent moons symbolizing new beginnings. You will be standing on solid ground, emotionally and financially. The instability and survival mode you have lived through will be replaced with structure, support, and a clear sense of direction. Expect a new chapter in love or relationships where someone steady, mature, and deeply supportive enters your life, or an existing connection grows more stable and serious. You will have enough money to live comfortably, not just survive. By this time next year, you will see the results of the seeds you are planting, Meow. Steady income or career growth, a supportive community or relationship, the fruits of whatever efforts you are putting in, Meow. But let me tell you about the hidden gift that has not fully revealed itself yet. There is something important in your life, right, Meow, that you cannot see because you are still in the transition, but it is already forming behind the scenes. When something connected to the letter G appears in your life, pay attention to it. It is likely part of this hidden path that will reveal a beautiful gift you have, or a gift the universe is giving you. There is a new beginning coming that will bring a stable foundation and authenticity with who you truly are. However, after embracing your new beginnings, you may hit a moment where fear or external resistance tries to block your progress. This could come as self-doubt or fear of failure, just as things begin to succeed, or pushback from others who feel threatened by your growth. Do not give in to this. These sudden challenges are merely a test from the universe to see how badly you want this new path. Stick to it and resist the temptation to retreat back into what is familiar but unfulfilling. By late summer next year, you will achieve a milestone you have secretly wanted for a long time. You are being called to work with the rule of three main priorities, 3 consistent habits, or 3 supportive people to anchor you. Have 3 main tasks to achieve each day. They do not have to be difficult as long as you do not scatter your energy, but also do not overwork yourself. This practice will keep you grounded during your transformation. The final piece of this puzzle, the thread that completes the circle, is about partnership. The rune of partnership marks the shift from doing everything alone to finally being supported. It shows you forming or deepening bonds where you do not have to carry the weight by yourself anymore. You may currently feel isolated or misunderstood, but that will shift by next year. Expect real emotional support, possibly through new people or unexpected closeness with someone already in your life, right, Meow? This connects back to the beginning. Remember, you have been watching everyone else seem to have support and celebration while wondering when it would be your turn. Meow, you know, your turn comes after you break free from the devil energy, after you walk away from what drains you, after you weather the storm, after you endure the emptiness, after you receive the gift. Then, and only then, do you attract the partnership and support you have been craving. Let me, Meow, give you the practical wisdom to navigate the intensity of tonight's cosmic convergence without sabotaging yourself. The heightened water sign energy building tonight is going to affect you physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. On the physical level, expect unusual sensations, waves of heat or cold, inexplicable fatigue, or sudden surges of vitality. Your sleep patterns may become erratic. Dreams will intensify dramatically, becoming more vivid, symbolic, and predictive. Some of you will experience lucid dreaming or find yourselves traveling to other dimensions during sleep. Others will struggle with insomnia, minds racing with insights and downloads. This is your system integrating massive amounts of cosmic information. It requires patience and trust. On the emotional level, prepare for a tsunami. Feelings you thought you processed years ago may resurface with surprising intensity. The Neptunian energy dissolves walls you built around painful emotions, while Scorpio insists nothing remain hidden. This combination creates a purging effect that can feel like chaos if you resist, but can be profoundly healing if you surrender. The key is to feel without becoming the feelings, to allow waves to move through without identifying as a victim of their intensity. On the mental level, your thoughts may become strangely non-linear. Logic that usually guides your decisions may suddenly seem inadequate. You may find yourself knowing things without understanding how you know them, receiving intuitive hits that contradict rational analysis, perceiving patterns and connections others cannot see. This is your psychic sensitivity amplifying under Neptune's influence. Do not dismiss these insights as imagination. Your intuitive faculties are being upgraded. Write down your insights even if they do not make immediate sense. They are pieces of a larger puzzle that will reveal its picture in the days and weeks ahead. On the spiritual level, the veil between dimensions is thinning to near transparency. If you have been seeking connection with your guides, your higher self, or benevolent galactic beings, tonight and the coming days offer unprecedented opportunity for direct communication. But this opening also means lower vibrational entities and energies can more easily attach to your field if you are not maintaining strong boundaries. Before sleep, call in your highest guides and explicitly state that only beings aligned with your greatest good may enter your field. Imagine yourself surrounded by a sphere of violet flame that transmutes any energy not in alignment with divine love. For those of you who are empaths, psychics, or highly sensitive souls, the intensity may feel particularly overwhelming. You are picking up not only your own processes, but also collective confusion, fear, and awakening happening across the planet. Millions will feel strange tonight without understanding why. Their unprocessed emotions, their spiritual crisis, their existential confusion creates energetic turbulence in the collective field, and you as a sensitive being are absorbing much of this chaos. This is why maintaining strong boundaries is essential. You cannot help others stabilize if you are drowning in collective overwhelm. Take time to ground yourself physically, walk barefoot on earth, take salt baths, eat root vegetables, move your body gently. These simple acts anchor your energy and prevent you from floating off into overwhelming vastness. The practical steps you must take are these. First, conscious breathwork. Tonight, before sleep, spend at least 20 minutes breathing with intention. Inhale slowly, imagining you are drawing in crystalline light from the cosmos. Hold your breath for a count of 4, allowing that light to permeate every cell. Exhale slowly, releasing all density, fear, and resistance. This creates coherence in your system that allows you to integrate intense frequencies without becoming destabilized. Second, energy protection. Visualize a luminous boundary around your entire energy field. See this boundary as permeable to love, wisdom, and healing, but impenetrable to fear, manipulation, and negativity. Call upon Archangel Michael to stand guard over your field while you sleep, ensuring your journey through the night realms is protected and guided by highest light. Third, automatic writing or voice journaling tomorrow, when immediate intensity has passed slightly. Downloads coming through tonight's portal contain information specific to your personal mission, your next steps, and the unique role you are meant to play in humanity's ascension. Set aside time to sit in quiet meditation and ask your higher self, what do I need to know about my path forward? What is being revealed to me through this cosmic convergence? Write or speak without editing, allowing whatever wants to come through to flow. Fourth, conscious release of control. Write down everything you have been trying to control: relationships, career outcomes, timelines, other people's choices, your own evolution. Write it all down, then ritually release it. Burn the paper if you can do so safely, or tear it into pieces and throw it into moving water. As you release, say aloud, "I surrender my need to control, and I trust in divine timing and divine order." Fifth, set intentions for the transformation you wish to experience, but with a crucial nuance. Do not set intentions based on what your ego wants or what you think should happen. Connect deeply with your soul's knowing and ask, what transformation is trying to happen through me? What is my highest timeline requesting that I release, and what is it inviting me to embody? Write these intentions clearly, speaking them as if they are already true. I am experiencing profound transformation that aligns me with my highest purpose. I am releasing all that no longer serves my evolution. I am opening to relationships, opportunities, and experiences that reflect my true essence. Now let me speak truth about the challenges you will face, because spiritual teachers who only speak of light and love without acknowledging genuine difficulties do you a disservice. The intensity of tonight's convergence can trigger what is known as spiritual emergency, a crisis point where awakening acceleration outpaces your ability to integrate changes. Symptoms can include anxiety that feels existential rather than situational, depression that seems to have no external cause, disorientation that makes even familiar places feel strange, and a sense of dying even though nothing in your physical life has ended. If you experience these symptoms, know you are not losing your mind. You are undergoing death of ego identity, a necessary dismantling that precedes rebirth into higher expression of yourself. Emotional overwhelm during this time can be profound, and many lightworkers make the mistake of believing they should be able to handle intense energies without support. This is spiritual bypassing, dressed up as strength. There is no shame in reaching out to trusted friends, therapists, or spiritual mentors during this period. There is no weakness in admitting you need help navigating intensity. Your willingness to be vulnerable and seek support is a sign of spiritual maturity, not failure of your mission. Relationship tensions are likely to escalate during this period, perhaps one of the most painful aspects of intense Scorpio transits. Partners, friends, and family members may suddenly feel like strangers. What you once tolerated may become intolerable. Dynamics that were working may suddenly feel suffocating. The temptation will be to blow up relationships impulsively, to burn bridges in the heat of emotional intensity. Resist this temptation. The real work is not to destroy connections hastily, but to bring authentic truth into your relationships. Have courageous conversations you have been avoiding. Express needs you have been suppressing. Set boundaries you have been too afraid to establish. Some relationships will not survive this level of authenticity, and that is necessary. Others will transform into something stronger and more genuine. One of the most insidious challenges during this transit is what I call the savior complex that can emerge in lightworkers. You may feel an overwhelming urge to rescue others, to force your awakening onto people who are not ready, to drain yourself trying to lift others out of their darkness. This impulse, though it feels compassionate, is actually a form of spiritual arrogance and codependency. Every soul is on their own timeline. Every being must walk their own path. Your mission is not to save anyone, but to embody your own highest truth so fully that you become an invitation, not an intervention. When you find yourself exhausting your energy, trying to wake up sleeping masses, redirect that energy back into your own evolution. The most powerful way to help humanity is to do your own inner work with dedication and integrity. Protection from collective chaos requires you to be extremely discerning about what information and energy you consume. The collective fear matrix is particularly activated during intense cosmic events, and mainstream media, social media, and even some spiritual communities can become conduits for fear-based programming. You must become ruthlessly selective about what you allow into your consciousness. Limit your exposure to news and social media. Unfollow accounts that trigger anxiety or comparison. Step away from spiritual communities that promote fear-based ascension teachings or create hierarchies of worthiness. Surround yourself instead with content, people, and environments that uplift, inspire, and remind you of your infinite nature. But Meow, let me speak to you about the gift embedded in all this intensity, because transformation, though challenging, is ultimately an act of profound love from the universe. What is happening to you right Meow is not punishment, it is initiation. You are being invited to step into a version of yourself you have only glimpsed in your highest moments. The person you are becoming is not afraid of their own power. They do not shrink to make others comfortable. They speak their truth with clarity and compassion. They set boundaries without guilt. They pursue their soul's calling with unwavering commitment. They love fully without losing themselves. They hold space for others' pain without taking it on as their own. They trust the universe completely while taking inspired action. The transformation promise of tonight's convergence is this: you will never be the same. The version of you that existed before this moment is dissolving even as you listening to these words. By the time the Sun's square to Pluto occurs early Tuesday morning, you will have been given the opportunity to release an entire layer of conditioning, wounds and limitations you have been carrying for lifetimes. This is not hyperbole. This is cosmic truth of what is available to you right Meow, if you are willing to surrender to the process rather than resisting it. The discomfort you feel is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something is finally becoming right, that your soul is aligning with your human experience, that the division between who you have been pretending to be and who you truly are is finally being healed. In the days and weeks following this convergence, you will notice shifts that confirm your transformation. Relationships that once drained you will naturally fall away, and new connections aligned with your authentic frequency will begin to appear. Opportunities that match your soul's purpose will present themselves with remarkable synchronicity. Your intuitive abilities will strengthen noticeably. Your tolerance for inauthenticity, both in yourself and others, will diminish to zero. You will find yourself speaking truths you once would have censored. You will set boundaries you once would have felt guilty establishing. You will make choices from your inner knowing rather than external validation. This is what it looks like when a soul steps fully into their power. The age of solitary meditation is over. Destiny Engine Meow connects starseeds across the world, a living social field where you can post, share and exchange your meditations in real time. It's the first galactic network of its kind, weaving together thousands of awakened souls into one unified current. With every activation, the current grows. What began as a personal tool has become a planetary force. The frequency you've created together is amplifying far beyond the individual, bending the fabric of reality itself. We're receiving updates daily, manifestations speeding up, impossible doors opening, synchronicities lining up with cosmic precision. The collective field has never been this charged, and the entry point is almost laughably simple. Put on your headphones, press play, allow Destiny Engine to rewrite the architecture of your consciousness so you can fully receive your galactic downloads without resistance. For just $1, you can step into this connected field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension together. Link in the description. The lasting impact of tonight's convergence extends far beyond your personal life. Every time a soul undergoes this level of transformation, they alter the collective consciousness field in ways that benefit all of humanity. Your evolution creates ripples that touch people you will never meet, influence events you will never witness, and contribute to ascension of the entire planet. This is why your challenges have been so intense. This is why your mission has felt so heavy. You are not just transforming for yourself, You are transforming on behalf of the collective, carrying humanity forward through your own willingness to evolve, heal, and embody higher consciousness. Your courage to face your shadows, feel your pain, and still choose love makes it easier for millions of others to do the same. The universe has brought you to this message tonight because you are ready. You are ready to break free from what has been controlling you. You are ready to walk away from what drains you. You are ready to weather the storm of transformation. You are ready to receive the gift waiting in the emptiness. You are ready to find peace after struggle. You are ready to be supported and celebrated. You are ready to step into the exciting life you have been watching others live. Your turn has arrived. I am Zarin, from the Lyran High Council. We love you beyond measure. We honor your courage. We celebrate your commitment. We witness your transformation with joy and reverence, and we remain with you always, guiding you home to the truth of who you have always been. Sleep meow, dear Starseed, and allow the cosmic energies to work their magic in the depths of your being. When you wake, you will be forever changed, and within 4 months you will look back at this moment and recognize it as the turning point when everything finally began to shift in your favor.